Morning, सबको हमारा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu. Welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Association to this intermediate training session. Hello, Devers, Bastal Parik. Good morning. To start with, let us do one study. White to play and win. It is the bad king position of black. That is why he loses. What should do? White to play and win. I give 5 minutes. 5 minutes time. Think. Hello, Niranjan. Good morning. So there are still children are yet to come. So I've given a study. So I will go to some middle game themes. White to play win. The point is that white king is appropriately placed. Black king is having problem. This is the main problem, and this is also not very comfortable. I give some 3 more minutes. By that time, others will come. Please solve it. How should white win? I like positions with few material on the board, so it is clarity is more. Yeah, you can ask me any question, no problem. It's controlled. You can ask me. Feel free to ask me because yet students yet to come. As the king is very useful, why is king very important in chess? It is because in olden days this there was a war when the battle is won by king only. If some battle is won, the king takes over the kingdom, and protecting king was priority in the battlefield because if the leader is gone, then all will flood away. So it is important that just like a war, the chess is designed in the synonym of former war battlefield. Olden days war, nowadays nuclear war. So in olden days, the war, the king was very important. That is why chess in game is same. It is just in the line of old war games, battlefield. The king is very important. I think it is time now because yeah, it is very true. In the olden days, if you go to the history, you will find if the king is gone, the whole game, whole battle is lost. You know, Alexander won many battles. Alexander the Great won many battles by killing the king. With a handful of army, he just killed the king of the opposing camp and won the battle. You can read history. Other reason why king is important is in chess. Yes, there is. This is the only reason. There is. This is the only reason. The other reason is I can say that the game cannot end. There has to be certain norms, rules. Otherwise, the game will continue indefinitely. There is no rule. There will be anarchy. You may ask why it is so important to protect the prime minister. Seven layers are there. One cannot reach the prime minister. He has to go through seven layers, seven circle. Why it is important to prime minister? There is no answer. It has to be very important. He is practically the king of the country. Hello, Ruhan Yasudani. Okay, there is no answer. I must tell now. I give one more minute. One more minute, then I will answer. Hello, Suresh Bhai Chawda. Good morning. Yes, you have. You may have any reason, but this is the basic thing. Samdani and Samdani, brothers and sister. Sahil Samdani, Swani Samdani. Welcome. All right. Now the point is, after the move d6, it is Zugzwang. d6, it is Zugzwang. The point is, after d6, the king cannot move. After the king moves, the rook here, an unstoppable mate. So king cannot move. That means he has to move the queen. Now queen cannot move. Without the king, others don't know what to do. Yeah, you are only telling my answer indirectly. The king is the one who controls in earlier days. I mean, centuries back, the king used to control everything. So it is like the war only. Okay, now d6. Now the point is queen cannot go here. Queen cannot go. Fork is there. So the queen cannot go to this point also. He cannot go here. Why? Because after the move, I play a rook check, bringing the king to a bad square so that it is in the range of knight, knight's range. And now rook winning. So he cannot go. That means he has to go to b8. Yeah. Vishal Thakkar, correct answer d6. Niranjan, correct answer d6. Now the point is, if you give rook b2, it is a bad move. Rook b2 is met by queen check. So, so what do you do? We give a rook check. Comes and now then give a knight check. The decoy, The point is, after you come, the king pawn ending is lost. The king pawn ending is lost. Take, then king, king. Then attack from the rear, not this bad move, rear. And now Zugzwang, Zugzwang. So even if you come here, it is Zugzwang, Zugzwang. So king pawn ending is lost. That means here knight check, you have to take that. Now you discard the queen. The rook is controlling the square. No check. Rook is controlling the square. So this is finished. This is finished. Self block. This is self block. So d6 is correct move. And after that, series of force moves. But the whole point is, this is important to find knight f7. After the move rook check, this is the correct move sequence. And the knight f7, this is the key. Okay, all right. So now let's go to some analysis of some more. There are lesser masterpieces I want to discuss. I think I should not do save this. I will ask a lot of questions during game because there are some players whose games are not much analyzed. You know, lost opportunities. I can say lost opportunities. And now I will say, oh, this is Kasparian. Niranjan, the composer is Kasparian. So here, this line is bad line. Why this is played? Because the standard line after pawn push, the pawn into pawn, bishop check is coming. Or you can play knight f3, knight c6, and bb5 check. bb5. There is there then then you say castle and all pressure is on center. Or bb5 check bd7. This is also possible. This is also possible. bd7 and queen e2. The variation white is better because black will have isolated queen pawn. So to avoid this line, many black players, French players, they play a6, which is bad. Well, I was attracted by the variation and I played and I won a game as black. That doesn't mean it is good. It is a bad variation. So e5. Now the point is that advanced variation, the a6 doesn't come. Actually, theoretically, this is the knight f3 is more correct. If you give encyclopedia, c5 and b2 white is better. Marianovich is white and I think black is I am Ravi Hegde. White got better of this. Because simply white is ready to castle. But a new version has come e5. No. e5, c5, c3, now knight. White stands better. Knight, bishop. Okay. How do we handle such a position? Now, third attack. So bishop c2, depending. No a3. You cannot take that. If you take two times, then at the end there is a check. There is a check. So bishop d7. Now he is giving a real threat. He is giving a threat. So you have to defend it. Bishop c2. A bad move. But position is already bad. Now white wants to play, next move bb2 will come. Everything is okay. Already three protection. He can build up slowly. Even he can kick the knight. He can kick the knight. So plays bad move. Take. And now I want you to find a plan. The position, we get such position in Kuprichik variation of French defense and also some other lines, but mostly in French. This concept is good now. White to play white is in a fantastic position. Find a plan. Hello, Sritu Nandi, welcome. Hello, Vela. Hello, Swam Das. A typical plan. The position is clearly plus minus. Would you believe that king in center now is the main problem? And black is now in trouble because he has not castled. White punishes him. A series of force moves that the black king come in trouble. Please find out. Hello, Khanak dekh bhaiya. Kuprichak variation, it comes advanced variation of French Kuprichak line. Now, yes, correct move. Today's topic. Today's topic is lesser known chess middle game from lesser known masterpieces. Middle game from lesser known chess masterpieces. I want to give this position discussion of middle game. Now what to do? By the way, I will also discuss little light opening variations also. So white to play white is winning the game. How? No, not g4. G4 is not dangerous because he has a move knight h4. One more. I want somebody to one more answer I want, then I will discuss. I have already given you the hint. Black king in trouble. If you have seen the advanced variation Kuprichik, you get a quick idea. Bishop into knight is winning. Forced and now knight f4. Threat. The point is now to defend it. How are you going to defend? You will play queen. Now there is a tempo. No. This is called. I told you the king is the problem. Tempo. Idea. Now knight wants to come. No matter how you capture. Pawn into is worse. Pawn into the knight e5 and queen h5 check. Now again there is a very important move. We get a tempo. Forced. Once again white to play and find a correct way to win. Yeah, I can show my games. I will tell you, Ella, I can show my games also. I have not a very big career, but the problem is in those days I was not having the knowledge or understanding what I have today. So I made lot of mistakes. Some games I won brilliantly. My main intention was to attack. So I made lot of weak moves just for sake of attack. And uh, there are some good games I played positionally also. But is it not a good idea to show the games of strong players and grandmasters? So the grandmasters are better. So I can show you games of grandmasters, not my game. I can show my game. It was okay. I will show one game of mine. I will show one game next. Now the point is, this is the move. Knight into, and now pawn into is not good. Queen h5 check, queen into, and bishop d2. Bishop d2. The point is that now here this is not working. Knight c4, queen a5, queen a4 check is coming. Queen a4 check will come. That means you have to protect with the queen only. Or I'm going to, if you play bishop into knight and queen a4 check. Okay. So only move. This is a critical moment. White to play and win. Now this is a puzzle. Strategy is over now. At the end of the strategy, tactics comes. White to play and win now. Right to play and win. The point is king in uncastled king in center. Not queen a4. Not queen a4. Queen a4 will not get much. Queen a4, he can play knight c6. Queen is protected. On queen a4, knight c6, black is okay. The position is winning, not queen a4. Party finish. Yeah, there comes bb4. bb4. Cannot take the bishop, he loses a piece, pawn into, and cannot castle. Now knight here is not problem. So this is the correct move. Now knight into knight. And then pinning and winning. It's all over. Now only move. There is no other move to defend. The only move. But then rook. So he cannot exchange rook into rook, losing material. Now rook c8 check is coming. White to play and winning easily. Now queen into is not good. Queen a4 check will come. So finish. Now queen and rook, it is childish now. Just 1, 2, 3. Finish. Whatever you do, it is gone. So the whole point, okay, Bella, you have asked me, I will show you one game. Let me show one game. You have asked me of mine, one game of mine. Here, what is this one? Okay, I would like to show this game. My game with, you know, I would say against, now I am Andrew Martin, international master Andrew Martin. Now he is a fitness senior trainer and a good coach. Now I played on invitation. I went to Wrexham. No, this is not Lloyd's Bank. Wrexham, Wrexham. I'm talking of Wrexham. Okay, maybe maybe Coimbatore. I'll show some game. Coimbatore, Pavanasam. Okay, my opponent was yesterday. Tata Steel just announced round 1 was there. I have not seen because I was watching some movies. I like old movies, so I did not see any chess yesterday. Okay, now in this position, my opponent is Pavanasam. He was ranked number 2 in India at that time. In Premier National A, he came number 2. And theoretically, totally updated player. So I avoided a main opening e4 d4. So I played knight f3. So I just want to take him away from his book preparation. white is having small pressure on the center. This is necessary. Now if you will play b6 trying to develop the last minor piece, then white gets a better game. White gets better. This is the idea. Now the knight is a poorly placed piece, no mobility. So if he plays, the main problem is this is the piece he has to develop. That means the knight has no good square to come. So I played the move with the idea, hoping that b6 will come, and then I take and d4 with a clear advantage. So he played this move, other move, pawn into pawn. And now queen c7. Okay, black is playing fine. So want to play a5 and gain space. Now I want to exchange. Suppose if you insist on this, the black king will be weak. After series of exchanges, I will exchange the defender, the main guard of the black king. So I don't mind opening. I think this is the first bad move. This is the first bad move of my opponent. He should have played here knight f8. It's a tough position. First bad move. Leaving the center. Now he should now already minus position. Whatever he will do, it is already difficult position. Now this piece is badly placed. This is bad and this is bad. And I have got the B line for operation. So black is now inferior. White stands better. Want to provoke a weakness. Now, if you play A6, it is winning exchange. And now B6, I will have open A5. So I provoke the weakness. Now white is better. The white is well poised for queenside play. Now you can see the range of queenside play. Now rook is ready here. This rook will come here. So white pieces are all ready for queenside action. The center is not closed. So black cannot go for a kingside attack. The pressure. Now I want him to play c5. Oh yeah. Now already the position is plus minus now. What I want to exchange the queen. And after that, if you have seen the game Botvinnik Sorokin or Palatnik Yerongwang or Smyslov versus Resvesky, the main defender of position, the queen. Queen is the one defending the squares. So queen gone, the queens are exchanged, then he is in a mess. So queen a4. With the idea, I want to exchange the queen on this point or this point somewhere. Another bad move. Let me tell you, when a player gets into a defensive setup, he is very upset mentally. Any chess player of any level. So the mental upset makes them to drive bad moves. That drives them to make bad moves. A player should resist. Now, okay, it is heavens of not coming down. You should not go for rash attack. You should try to play stubbornly. You know. Now bishop d7 is more to the point. And queen a7, you should play queen b8. The position is bad, but you should not play this. This becomes further bad. Now e4 square, g4 square. Makes no sense. Refusing to exchange queen. Check. It's plus minus. It is all over now. Now when you give a pawn to a master, it is very difficult. Now initiative will play the c5 weakness, that outpost on d5, and exchange sack is coming now. Now one pawn for exchange, second pawn will fall. Forced. Now second pawn is falling. There is nothing left. I mean, two pawn down, and there are outposts, and bad king, bad bishop. Black king position is worse than white. The knight is the boss. Now knight is the boss. Now exchange queen anytime. I'm ready. This is ridiculous. Now there is no attack. This is what happens when a player goes to a defensive position. It is not. It is not that black will resign. Lot of fight is left. So you should wait patiently. You should wait patiently and try to watch up what opponent doing. There may be some, but trying to force batters, it will collapse. Over. 3 pawn down. Now it is roller. It is king is far away. Just push. Now d4 is coming. Should he resign? My opponent resign because on bishop move, knight check is decisive. So you can see that in the whole game. Hello. Yeah. Hello, Dayanand. So the whole point is that in this position, this is not some any great opening. I don't want to. These are more or less a waiting. You know, this is these are all waiting play. A superior player will win in a equal position. My opponent's first mistake was to play knight h5. So this is anyway. Let me go to the masterpieces, lesser known chess masterpieces. White is former Russian champion and a very strong grandmaster, author of many great endgame books. यूरी अवारबग हु इज नाउ 100 year old. यूरी अवारबग सेंचुरी मार लिया उसने. वो दूसरा प्लेयर था कौन? एंड्रू लिलियनथाल 99 पे आउट हो गया. सचिन तेंदुलकर जैसा बहुत बार 99 पे आउट हो गया अंडर लिलियनथाल इन 2011. लेकिन ये अवारबग सेंचुरी मार लिया 100. All this is all theory. c3 saving the bishop. And now d4. Immediate d4 Capablanca variation. Bishop g4 is complicated. So s3. Now this is called the prayer setup. Very solid, very respectable line. An idea of actually, Boleslavsky's idea. This is not the best. ND2 is the main line. Interesting line. Idea. Now, if you take my pawn, I will take c5. Anyway, pawn into pawn is a threat. Idea pawn into. So pawn into center pawn. So white has got some advantage now. Because I want to weaken the king by exchanging the pawn, then establishing 4-2 majority. Okay. A clear advantage for white. Bishop f5. So, is completed development. Naturally, I will not give the bishop. Okay. Threat. Punches. What to do now? c6 he has defended. How we should make progress now? Getting a good position is not easy. It is very difficult. Even against a lesser rated player or a comparatively inexperienced player. But after getting advantage, you must plan correctly. The position is plus minus. What is the advantage is white? White has better center, space, and pieces are active. What should white do now? Initiative lena hai. Now I want to restrict the pieces. I want to restrict. So e5. I guess this is bad because he is trying to do some trick against the queen. But anyway, after this, it is all over. Find out white should win now immediately. A puzzle. Hello, Tanmay Azwara. Yes, black. That is the point. That is the point. In the absence, the pieces are uncoordinated. Black king position is bad. So punish the black king. Queen h5. No, Queen h5. What happens is he will resist on Queen h5. If you give a threat, knight f8 will come. I mean, the position will very advantage will be very little. Now you are winning. So when you get the gold, why go for tamba? आपको गोल्ड मेडल मिल रहा है, ब्रोंज मिल, why should you go for bronze medal? Hmm? When you get the gold, why go for tamba? That song I remember. So Dayanand, you have noticed the weak point is this. And when you go here, here's a defense. That is why I don't give time for defense. Bishop into h7. Because after in attack, there should be 3 4 pieces. Because when you sacrifice a piece, there will be another 3 pieces. So bishop into pawn is winning. You have to accept it. There is nothing, no second thinking. After that, now how many pieces? You have queen, rook, bishop, 4 pieces in attack. Check. And now knight. Tempo on the e7 bishop. Only tempo. Idea knight h6 and knight f7 threat. Knight h6 threat. Why? Now the rook wants to join. Basically, your rook wants to join quickly for mate. And this is the one. So, better bring last chance. If you do not take it, the knight is joining. And if you take it, suicide. It is suicide only. So, you don't take, the knight will join. Knight g5, knight f6, whatever you do. Knight f6. Any which way. आप इधर से मारो, इकुंड मारो बोचा, तिकुंड मारो बोचा. Finish. Pawn into तो mate हो जाएगा. You cannot take pawn into. After pawn into, it is all over. Rook e4 is winning. So आगे कुछ नहीं है, पतरा है. Finish. Hello, Dr. Sanapati. Good morning. Okay. Welcome, Adi Jain. So let us see the next game. These are masterpieces. Basically, these games are not annotated anywhere. I mean, I surf through the games of old masters, which appeals to me, I save them. Okay. Now the standard move is NC3, you know. But the the grandmaster don't want somebody to come and throw lot of 20 moves from opening book. So they want to make a change. But it should be a good move. Now, for example, F3 is a bad move. ND2 is a bad move, blocking. Or return again bad. So Queen D3, interesting. Not bad. It is interesting. So black falls for it. The point is here, black has an excellent position. Queen D3 should be no problem. Now D6 is correct. This is correct. After that, the game is reasonable, but a bad move. Now weakness, square weakness, another bad. Normally in Sicilian defense, when you achieve d5, it is supposed to be equal, but not in any position. He has made compromise the position. Bad move. What is wrong with the black position? Black is trying to open when white is more developed, more control. In this position, In this position, white has more control of open line. This bishops, this range, this bishop, range, the knight, the knight, and this knight is coming quickly. Whereas you have to is this square weakness. He is worried that c4 will come. He is worried nc3 will come, followed by bg5. Now he is worried knight c3 and bg5 coming. So open the position. It will be to the benefit of the player who is more developed and more having more control of open lines. So this is bad. Take queen. Now problem है. Abhi you cannot develop your bishop king, bishop f8, castle on g7. White is simply planning castle and rook d1. Knight c3, castle, rook d1. It is already plus minus. Okay. Very normal moves. White is playing simple, ordinary looking, normal developing moves. Another bad move. Now he lost patience. Now castling queenside is also bad. So bad move. Now the point is the material factor is equal, but black has lot of weaknesses. Weakness number one, the king is uncastled, no coordination. White can castle. Now this rook on g2 is unprotected. And also pawn weaknesses bad. So castle. Bishop into knight is not going to help. Bishop into knight, pawn into center control, king b2 is safe. Now, how should white play? White is winning. White is winning the game outright. Hello, Deva Makwana and Parvatakar. This is only simple variation. I am showing you games where only variation of 2-3 moves. White is having a fantastic position. What should white do? Okay, somebody was asking me, and maybe two weeks back, show me a queenless middle game. So this is a queenless middle game, winning knight e4. Now forced. Now you are forced to exchange knight. Now queen into queen. And the position is terrible actually. Among other things, this is a threat now. This is a threat. So you better do something quickly. You better defend. So this idea, if you play now knight b3, he will play knight into. See, this is bad. He should have. He should go back now with a bad position. He should go back bad position. Now rook g6 is necessary. It is anyway bad, but this is further bad. Can somebody tell me what should white do now? My intention of showing these games to you, improve your middle game concept. White to play and win. I told you my threat was knight coming to blocking the rook. And after that, f1. So he says knight. Now this does not work. Knight into e3 and it is winning for black. So, but it is a bad move. Knight d5, bad move. Hello, Mayor Chaudhary. There comes Dayanand, rook into d5. Correct answer. In return for the rook, you get two pieces. Return for the rook, you get both pieces. Rook into, pawn into, knight check. Now, if he comes to king to here, bishop to bishop check, forcing the king only move and then winning the piece. Now, king f8 doesn't work. Bishop check, force and winning. And if he plays This king here also it loses. Same thing. I will force the king to e7 and winning. So these are important things. So king, check, check. Now it is a technical win. You don't need to see. I can show a little bit finish. Just exchange, no counterplay. Two pieces are too much. C3. Enough, enough. Now consolidation. Four pawn seats and two pieces for a rook is too much. Gradually winning. So don't I am showing the opening idea. It is not a good move. It is just not a bad move either. This is not a bad move. The standard move here, NC3 is white pattern. Okay. Browser attack the main line. Browser attack. There are a lot of moves. This is you cannot play e5. This is a blunder. Knight into c6 and b e5. If you play knight into c6, b e5. Now the point of black is you cannot really win a pawn. After bishop takes, knight into, bishop into, queen into, you lose the e4 pawn. You lose this e4 pawn. Maybe bishop, knight into pawn, bishop into pawn. So you are really not getting material. Next king e7 will come. So it is nothing. That is why he is not worried about practice bf4, the correct move. Now you need to think. Here there are possibility. A lot of grandmasters prefer queen e1. I mean, they play bishop g3, bishop e3. This is also good move. Queen e3 because now the same thing. You come here, maybe knight into knight, knight into, knight into, knight into. This is possible. This is possible. I think, I don't know, I am sure Pran Sutter played Queen E3 and Timman Queen E. This is a popular move, but here he found the simple move. Now, development complete. So, white has coordinated now. What should black do now? White do now. White को अभी करना क्या है? This is a bad move. B5 is a bad move. Hello, Mayor Chaudhary, Parth Singh Jhala. What to do now? Yes, Dayanand, correct move. Bishop into d6. Some moves before I told you here, I told you at this point, here, bishop into d6 is not correct. I told you the variation does not, because white is not fully coordinated. But in the position here, this white is already developed. So this works. This works now. Queen attacked. Now queen attacked. Queen into queen is would have been bad also. Queen exchange. The point is earlier the pawn was here. So this is not a dangerous thing. So this is bad. Now bad for black. Bishop is under attack. Fantastic move. This is lovely. I should have asked you the question. I made the move. ND5. The point is the king in center. So I want to open the E line. Welcome to accept my knight. Now there is a serious threat. There is no time for knight e4. Knight e4 के लिए time नहीं. So the only move. Now there are three attacks, but it will lose quickly. For example, now if you play bishop takes pawn, suppose you take bishop takes pawn. Now bishop f3 wins because I now open the line. You take, then rook check is coming. गणपत हो जाएगा. It is finished. Knight here, pawn into f3, finish. Or bishop here, now pawn f3 is finished. So you cannot take that with bishop. Only move. Now this is it is simple. Threat after threat, threat after threat. Consolidation part complete. So for the piece, there is no coordination, and there are many threats are coming now. Rook can enter 7th rank, queen check, queen f7 coming, because the main threat is queen check and pawn d6. This is dangerous. So rook I only move, only move. But then white to play and win now. It is a puzzle now. It is no more strategy. At the end of the strategy, tactics comes. Welcome Riddhi Patel, Kiara Mehta. Now, tactics is very easy because all the time most of the players keep on working puzzles only. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are winning a piece right away. Well, even otherwise you was losing. Now the finish is yes, somebody. I am waiting for one at least one answer. Queen C. What is Queen C6? No, 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 no. No, don't have to do Queen C6. Simple Rook E8 winning. Rook E8. No, Queen coming here winning. Now he cannot defend. Now knight cannot defend, and the pawn will lose to Queen F4. So you come again. The I want this pawn to be unprotected. Once you come, I enter. I enter. So back. Knight is under attack. Now it is 1, 2, 3. Rook into rook. Then rook check, and queen into rook. Pawn check, queen into. You can do, of course, pawn check directly or queen into rook also. You can do queen into rook and then pawn check also winning. Winning. Just exchange up in a very bad king position. What I meant to say, that whole point is, now this is okay. This is very easy. The point is a player should notice that some three moves before, at this point when you play bd7, this is not a good move. Not good move because counterplay. But the point is now same thing is strong when you are coordinated. The same thing after this is a good move. So a player should not lose the sense of danger. I mean, I have showed you a game. White is Maya Chibunidis and black is somebody. Okay, I can show you that game. I can show you two games on this theme. That same diagram, next move it changes. So okay, let me show you two games. This is just normal. Everything is normal. The point is here, e5 is a blunder. Now your bishop is this is the only bad piece, minor piece. So if you try to open up, this is losing a pawn. After take, bishop check, and queen check. Ek pawn gaya. So you have to play h6. You want to play e5, you want to play e5, you have to play h6. Idea e5. तो टाइम कहाँ मिलेगा? अभी क्वीन इज कमिंग टू d3 plus minus. The position is overwhelming now. Another bad move. Okay. So he is offering queen exchange. So white refuses. Naturally, white has a very active position on the king side. So queen d4. The idea, next move rook d1 will come. Met threat, Babu. Met threat. You go here, rd1 with a clear advantage for white. So many things will happen. But black played a smart move. Queen. Idea, I am defending. Queen into queen is now no problem. And queen into bishop, he will also take equal. So queen f6. Hello, Dr. Sanapati. Queen f6 is a smart move. Idea, queen takes bishop is not working. So what white can do now? So white made a waiting move. So queen d6 is just queen b2 equal. So rook d1. Idea, you take, then bishop takes, and there is a threat. Rook d8 cannot come. White still has initiative. So white is playing or knight into with initiative. If you play queen into, he can play knight into, rook into. So in the game, rook. White to play now. The point is, black is under hallucination. Black is under hallucination. Now queen into bishop is not working because of queen into b2. I take, suppose in this position, I take, you take, it is no problem. This is absolutely fine. But I played rook d1 and he played rook d8. Under the hallucination, queen into d6 is not working. But the diagram has changed. The rook was a1, now rook was on d1. So this is winning now. This is the winning move. A player should not, because now queen into bishop is not working. Bishop check and defending is not working. Earlier what happens? Earlier if I play, give a threat, I give a threat, you cannot take it, but of course you can come. I don't see any danger to black. But here the rook has joined. Now queen, you cannot play queen d6, queen back. So when the diagram changes, you should not under the same impression the defense is there. अब तो गया, अब ये गया. अब still attack, resign. जाओ अभी जाओ क्वीन, यू गो क्वीन, क्वीन e4, गणपत हो जाएगा, गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया हो जाए. इधर ये बिशप गया या मेट. So this is a position, and I will tell you, even great players lose the sense of danger. This is kind of error even done by 2800 level players, world champions. A great legend, VC Anand, has made an error like that. Maybe I can show you that game. I can show you. Anand, it's a similar theme, made an error. Similar theme. Anand Black. Anand played attacking the knight. So comes back. Now this is not working. This is not working because after the move, he can play bishop and you cannot take that. You can take, but I get the piece back. Pawn into queen attack and I take. Now I take the piece. So now the point is bishop f8 and there is no danger. The resources when you take my knight, I will attack the bishop and queen. So bishop, he played queen. And now white is under the same, I mean black is under the hallucination of same resource. It is not. Anand played this terrible move. Idea now the same, but it is not working. That point is now bishop can go back. A mistake from a great player. I can show you even many more examples of great players. This is just a very handy as I remember. That's why I showed you. So resource the tactics fails. A diagram changes. Now he has come here. The same thing will not work. Okay. Avarwak versus Taimano. Did I show shooting? I think I showed shooting. Did I? ये दिखाया क्या? Yeah, ये दिखाया. Okay. This I showed. So Taimano. A bad move. You know, a player must develop. You must complete development. This is giving a threat. Now the threat is to come here and attacking both points. So you are forced to surrender the bishop. You are forced to surrender your good bishop. But these are premature activity. Agreed, strategically it is correct, but the problem is timing. This is not the right time to do this. Quite better. Now white has lot of development. Three minor pieces have come out, and queen into queen will open the C file for operation. This will be good because center becomes good, and white will use the C line because white is more developed. He can just play some castle, queen d2, king e2, and rook c1 quickly. No development of black. So this is the defect of the position. Now goes back. Forced, forced. White on top now. Maybe re1 was good move. I want some weaknesses. I want some weaknesses. Now white to play, find a winning plan. Take advantage of your development. Take advantage of your development. You may be wondering why I am doing showing the positions. I will let me tell you. Now, as I have been observing, when I give a sharp position and it is a puzzle or something similar to puzzle, your answer, most of the players' answer is okay. But when it is coming to positional themes, they are not doing good. Strategy, positional play or strategical themes. So I want to improve your strategical understanding or positional themes. So positionally, black is lost now because white king is better. White better king, better center, better open line, सब कुछ है. And white is a better player. Black is a very strong GM. White is a stronger GM. So how to take advantage of the situation? No, 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 no. RA D1, no. Abhi, you know, you have to strike then and there. The position is finished now. The position is finished. The point is, would you believe your knight is coming here? Would you believe in the position your knight is coming to c7? Or you will lose the game. He will stop it, but you will lose the game. Knight a5. Now attack knight. You cannot take queen into. After queen into, pawn b4 and it is gone. Queen trap हो जाएगा. Queen cannot return. Nowhere you can go. You cannot return all these places. And this also knight here, queen trap. So you cannot take it. And taking this also is losing. Queen into. That means whatever you do, it is bad. So bad. Now the point is, now no development and there is a pawn. So how to defend the pawn? How to defend it? You can defend. Now the knight is under attack. The pawn is under attack. Defense is here. Now queen into is a bad move. Rook will come. Game over. Now game over. If queen into queen, rook check, then rook check is finished. I would say I think it should finish. Rook into rook and bishop into winning. You can do rook into and now rook check and bishop into is winning the game. So place in the game. Bishop c4. The temporary pawn sacrifice, making it a permanent backward pawn. Rook c1. This is in the camp. अभी रुक आएगा, ये आएगा, अब ये गया, ये तो गया. Opening the position will lose quickly. Just move the queen. Now white has 2-1 majority. White has 2-1 majority. The C file. The position. This is also so many things are good. White to play. Find out how you should make progress. Now when there is a plan, it is very easy to carry through. आपको अभी क्या करना है? You need to carry on with the activity. एक pass pawn create करना है. Pass pawn create करना है. After the move, now b5. Now I want you to calculate. This is very easy. Your pawn should go 7th rank. You should take the pawn. Pass pawn going further with the help of bishop. Now whatever you do, pawn into pawn. Now the point is, you should now activate your pieces. Like queen b7. Queen b7. Attacking the bishop and exchange of queen will bring a pawn to 7th rank. This is hopeless ending. This ending is hopeless. So this is very nice. The bishop is attacked, queen is attacked. This is now overwhelming. He has to take the pawn, but after that position, I just this pawn, queen side. Everything is just winning. Pawn knight b6. Threat. Going as a prophylactic move, focusing on the new weakness. Rule of two weakness. Already this pass pawn is a weakness for black. The queen is badly placed. The king in danger. This point. So focus. Focus. Now just move. Threat on f7. Threat on f7. It is all over. Fight white to play and win. Puzzle. It is now a puzzle. Just check and enter. Just check. Now check Queen F7. Multiple threads. Multiple threads are there. It is very easy now. One, two, three. Forced. You cannot take rook into rook. Rook into rook, knight into, you will lose a piece. After rook into rook, knight into, one of the pieces is lost. Only move, but knight. Again attack the queen and f8. Winning. Rook attack and g6 threatened. And queen into f8 will lead to a finish. He should resign. After this, he loses a knight. Pick up the knight and win. So what I meant to say that the middle game point is okay. I will go to this point. So actually, Anand played similar move. I don't remember with somebody who this maneuver also knight f5 came in a similar situation. This position actually I was just going through a game and I found this is a very interesting diagram. White to play and win. I will show you that game also. I will show you that game also with notes. First, find out white to play win. Hello, Kriti Saha. Welcome. Yes, white to play and win. Find out. Yeah, somebody. White is winning because you have so much pressure on the F line. How to win the position? You might be wondering, अभी white has three attacks, black has three defense. आगे करना क्या है? What to do now because there is no further improvement. But the whole point is now a beautiful trick comes. A tricky d6. With the move, I am attacking this now three times. One, two, three. So lovely pawn sacrifice. You have to take with the rook. The point of the rook d6 is the queen's mobility. This is the one now making a target. Now this is already bad, and now this is a target. After d6, you have to take rook f5. Now the point is queen has to go back, leaving all the pawn. This pawn falls. Rook into, bishop into. Now queen moves. Now rook into. Now this is under attack. Now this rook check is coming. So forced. Now another lovely move. Another lovely move. Nothing. You cannot take that. Queen check will crush. Queen e7 will crush. Another lovely move. Pawn into. Idea rook g5. So only move rook into the king. Rook into is also not working. rg5. Only move. Rook check. The only move. Rook check. The only move. White to play and win. Once again a puzzle. Hello, Parth Kuntal Raval. I think Dr. Senapati, the your net might be slow because you might is giving the answer from the last diagram. White to play and win. Heavy pieces. Very instructive. Very, very instructive. Now the point is here check. Now rook check is of no use. You will repeat. After rook checking, you will repeat. No nothing. So how to win this game? Yes, Dr. Sanapati, your answer is from the previous diagram. I mean, this has already advanced. Your net is slow. Your answer is right, but your net is very slow. Not Queen h7. Queen h7 is losing, Queen h7, taking into. Queen h7 is not working. Take, king will come. f7 or. So there is no danger. This is a bad move. Take. Then king g7, king g6. It is nothing. Okay, Queen e1. The concept is great. Now the concept is great. Threatening mate. King into will not work. After king into rook check will win the game. After king into rook check, and it is definitely winning queen or mate. So you cannot play king into. Winning in many ways. Okay, so what to do now? He has to stop the move rook e6. White to play and win. A very, very instructive diagram. Yeah. Yes. Look at it. Who says that on this side? Correct. Queen into. Idea. Now queen check and winning. Queen into pawn winning. So he plays queen. What should white do now? Find out. करना क्या है भाई? क्या करेंगे अभी? I expected the answer to come faster. I expect the answer should come fast. I hope you remember my advice that in many endings, always look for king pawn ending. The queen check, forcing a king pawn ending. Queen check, only move, take, and king winning king pawn ending. Winning, winning the king pawn ending. So this is winning. And again, you have to make the correct move. Mechanical king here or king here, it is a draw. The correct move. Now forcing the king to wasting time. Now if you play king to c5, king b3 draw. Both will queen same time. So king here also same thing. But this zugzwang, it is a mate. It is a mate like Anand versus Tipse in Coimbatore. Check, only move, mate. Or you go here mate in two. If you go mate in two, check mate. So the whole point is that so many good moves. Rook f8 is a good move. Actually, d6 is a good move. This is the main idea. The rook here, the mobility of the queen is not good now. Take, only move. Now, if rook was here, everything is okay. But now, gone. And again, this is the correct move. Rook f5, take, good move, good move. Again, good move, and winning the king pawn endgame. Okay, I will show you from the actual game it has come. I will show you how it has come. From this game it has come. It is Kramnik's game. You see, I didn't find the actually. I will tell you. This is white is zero, black is Kramnik. Typical zero is typical. He wants to attack. Now the point is that the position. This is a bad move. I would say this move is a question mark move. Bad move. Now what you want? Your queen coming to h5. So now if you do h3 at all, it is bad. So good move. I want to bring knight e3 plus plus minus now. Ng4, rook coming, and it is bad, very bad position. The position is just bad because no coordination. Rook into, now winning. Now again a good move. The point is a check will come. Forced, check forced, plus minus. But in the game, there is a small twist I will give here. So here knight a3. Instead of playing d3 is a more correct move, but okay. Black is white is the different player in the Bundesliga match. Knight a3. The point is here, you if you play something like f6, then this is bad. Why it is bad? I will play knight to h4 or knight e1 rather, or d3 rather, d3, so that now queen f4 g3 is coming. So you play queen f4 at tempo. You have to play f6. Now he should go back now. Now the point is white is planning for attack. He should go to queen f6. In the absence of the queen, in the future queen will come, pawn will come. After queen h6, the game is tenable. The idea is not to attack. Please note, the idea is not to attack. Idea is to keep a defensive piece near the king. So he played queen c7 back. After the queen move here, I think this is okay. There is no easy way to attack for white. But he plays queen. Now white attack will play. White attack is coming now. Good move. Good move. Ignoring the threat. This is only helping white open the g5. Check. And queen takes it. Okay. Now I want you to find a plan for white. A plan for white. White is in a winning position. If you give time, black is perfect. So now only knight f6. You have to defend f6 point. If you delay, then queen e7 will come, or maybe rook will come. Everything is okay. So idea, you take rook into rook, it will check, leading to checkmate. Rook into rook will come. Knight f7 mate will remain. Queen into f6 mate will come. A pin. With the idea, now I want to exchange everything. Rook into rook and queen g3 with the winning endgame. Here, simple. After the move knight f5, it is easily winning. Easy win. Position is paralyzed. Now the pin, the pin is too much. This is the queen is watching, rook is watching, so this is gone. He will just keep improving. The king can come all the way. Now he can improve the position, the pawn can come. It is a zugzwang. It is like a zugzwang, middle game zugzwang. But instead, he played this bad move. You know, knight into f5 was winning easily. He played this bad move. Now, black has resource. In a winning, this position is winning. This position is winning. Simple knight into f5. But bad move. Idea, he says rook is under double attack, and after you take it is all over with me. But the resources are there. The point is, now he can play rg4. rg4. Now the point is knight into rook, pawn into rook into, there is a bishop c8. This is the point. From nowhere, black is generating play. Nowhere black is generating play. That is the reason you should have taken immediately knight f5. Okay, abhi aaya, abhi ye aaya. Now white has to go roundabout way. Rook, pawn into pawn. Rook coming to f1. Now rook coming to f2. Rook. We have reached the diagram. This is what I discussed. That we are winning with d6. And after rook into rook coming, take. This is winning. This is winning. All right. Hello, Kribya Parmar. Dr. Sanapati, your answer is correct, but it is coming very slow. It is net. So I think it is too much of lagging. All right. Apollo Anand match, I want to throw some light, but it will take some time because such a match I cannot go so quickly. I will rather go to two more games. I want you can grease to three more games if possible. I want you can grease to poison pawn e6 f4 queen b6. So this variation is not refuted. It is still very strong. White is better, but there is a lot of complication. Now other line is to play knight to b3. Carpo style knight b3 safe and good. White is little better, plus equal. After the move, then queen check, queen here. White stands little better. The end game. But more aggressive is either you play queen d2 takes. Now rook b1 is a good move. Knight b3. In the Fischer-Spassky match 1972, knight b3 was played. Probably this is the correct main line because the main threat is to play a3. Suppose you play careless move. No, you can play a3 and idea trapping this queen. So you must go back now queen a3 and Spassky beat Fischer. The 11th game, I guess. So here it is not the correct rook here. Rook b1 is straightforward. rb3. After the match, Jan Tibban analyzed and came out with the idea to offer a pawn sack. Bishop into knight. Now knight into. Now bishop into. Now Tibban's idea is to take bishop into knight. No. Tibban's idea was to play e5. Grandmaster Tibban suggested the pawn sacrifice after pawn into pawn, bishop into knight. And now the point is this bishop e2 and then access to h5. The knight has got access to f6. So white stands better after B2. Now B2 will come. Now H5 has to be played. Now knight E4 will come. This is giving trouble. This is giving a lot of trouble. Castle, rook F1, rook B3. So the Timon's idea is correct move. Here, this is the correct move. E5 is the correct move. Take, 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 take. Quite better. But in the game, he played here. Queen C5 check. White stands better. Now, rook into rook. Keeping more pieces. Exchanging will make it life easy for black. Keeping more pieces. This is the problem now. This is the problem. Defending the e pawn is the problem. So the strongest move here is to play queen c7. Counter attack. After queen c7, I think it position is having better chances for white, but not easy. The game can continue bd4, knight into pawn, and I would say white stands little better. Okay, you can't play g6. White has initiative. Rook on the third rank. This is the logical course of the game should have happened. But actually, in the game, he did not play queen c7. Here, he played this bad move. Now, the point is, the king is trying to seek shelter in the queen side, but it is bad now. Bishop takes pawn. Bishop into. Now, the whole idea is here. There is a threat. I want to enter h7, a6, main h7. The end game is actually good for white. But with the king, the white has a better endgame. If you exchange the queen, that pawn structure of black is very bad. But the king with so bad exposed, queen on the board is better. Maybe in the afternoon session, I will show you some positions, maybe 8 or 10, 7, 8 positions with queen on the board. Endgame with queens on the board. Paradox of endgame with queen on the board in the afternoon session. So here, I want to maintain the queen. But at the same time, F1 has to be guarded. You cannot take mate, it is a mate. So, guarding F1 and maintaining the queen. A bad move. Here, G6 is supposed to be analysis that it could have given longer resistance. Not that it is best, but it could have prolonged the game. White is better. But in the game, he played this inferior move. Good move. Because Rook 7 coming with a tempo, mating attack. E1. The mate threat on E1. So, defended. Finish. This is a finish now. Total expose. The point is, after you take check, now rook, idea, queen d7. Now rook b8 is not working because of check and then winning the game. So you cannot play rook b8. And if you play queen c6, also fails, queen check. Now rook here, the only move, winning the game. The only move, and piece is lost. So neither queen c6 works, nor rook b8 works. The only move, check. The only move, check. The only move. You cannot go to king g6. That is finished after queen e4, check. The only move, check. The whatever you do, it is lost. Beautiful sacrifice by Ivanchuk. It's lost. He resigned here. Made threats of gaya abhi, forced, he resigns. So this, what I mean to say, the poison pawn, it is very interesting. I do not say it is refuted, but it is very difficult. It is very difficult for back actually. Okay, I leave this. Two more games. लाजलो गोंडा, लाजलो गोंडा इतना मोटा और जाड़ा है तो गोंडा बोल के गेंडा कर दिया. So very strong player from Hungary, grandmaster. Not good position. Greedy move. A player should forget the pawn. Complete development. Development is important. A greedy move. Now, at least he should have played bishop f5. Now, this is the correct move. And after that, white stands better. After that, white will take the queen. White will take. He will take the queen. And now bishop into check. And knight into. The position remains white stands better because of bad pawns. But this is a game. But what he chose is worst. What he chose, queen f5. Bad move. e4. Because you need to develop the piece. Bishop and castle quickly. e6 is bad anyway. So no problem. And now white to play. Now you need to find the weak spot in the black camp. What is the weak point? The weak point is the queen. The queen is the weak point. देखिए अभी how white will punish him now. So knight d3. Suddenly the queen has running out of squares. All the squares are guarded. All the squares are guarded. Actually, now the whole point is I am going to play pawn push and trap the queen. So his intention, he should sacrifice the bishop. Now here bishop g4 will come. If you have to sacrifice, why make the bishop two moves? अगर आपको बिशप देने का प्लान है तो better bring a rook. You better bring a rook here so that you can sacrifice directly with some improvement. But a bad move. Now you have to give the queen. If you play queen, then knight e5 traps the queen. And if you play this also is bad. Knight e5, knight f3. Now this is also bad. Knight e5, knight f3, trapping the queen. So अभी ये खेला तो मारा. अगर मारना ही है तो रुक यहाँ डायरेक्ट डायरेक्ट मार सकता था रुक लाके. क्या हुआ पहला? Piece down. Piece down, it is winning easy. There is no need to see further. Parimardhan Negi versus what Bonelli, young grandmaster. Both are young. This is bad. Here it is not a good move, queen. Okay, there is some kind of threat. You need not have retreated queen. Better is to play f4. White has initiative. After the move knight here, I can take and d5. And after knight g4, s3, take. Now rook f1 and f5 is coming. Two bishop is not always good. Suddenly black is very passively, no coordination. Idea rook f1 will come, then f5 will come, plus minus. So Parimarjan played here not the best move. He played here queen e1, not the best move, queen e1. So b5. Now the pieces have become passive. B file has opened up. So black got some counter action. You see, all these moves are not necessary at the moment. Black has compensation. Black stands better. Preparing to double the rook. He is looking at the A2 weak point. You know, this is a weak point. The king is already in trouble. The king is already in trouble. The idea rook into A2 and mate. Why to play and win? No, I one more move I'll make. The threat is to give sacrifice. White to play. Black through. What should black do now? The point of the move is now the rook is at keeping a eye on the your bishop is not falling. You really don't win because this is under attack. Queen into is not working. Okay, queen exchange and I'll take it. So actually in the game he played this not good. Not good. Rook into b2 was winning. This is winning. Now you have to take queen cannot take it. Now king takes it. He will play rook into. Now pawn push. Now pawn push. Queen is and now the threat is coming. The threat is coming deadly. You don't have time. Rook into is not possible. Queen into rook. So this is really good stuff. He missed rook into b2. Rook into b2 and then rook into is clearly better for black. But in the game, he plays now f6. No. In the actual game, he's played in the game rook. This is not good move. Bad move. You see, many times player gets chance. I can understand the heat of the battle. Probably time trouble. Because already 30-second move, it looks like a time trouble. Now white has a fantastic position. Instead of playing bishop d4, this is a bad move. White should play fine move now. What should white do? अभी ये जी फाइल इज ओपन भाई ये जी फाइल ओपन है जी फाइल ओपन है so you you exploit it. You can play now queen to d4. This is everything now. Rook g1 is coming. The double attack. This will have saved the game. And after this takes, and I don't. It is white looks better to me now. White looks better. So you should have played queen. That means queen c5 is not good move. And if you play bishop into f5, then rook check, and now rook g1, mate threat. You have to stop the mate threat. Now idea queen winning the game. So everything would have changed. Both are losing, Here he missed the rook into b2. After the move, he missed rook into b2. And now white got a chance. After the bad move, white should have played queen d4 now. He returns the compliment. Chance मिला था queen d4 का. But this bad move. Now अभी कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. अभी कुछ नहीं. सीधा सीधा pawn into मार के भी जीत सकता है. अभी सीधा ये मारेगा तो ही माइनस. This is a bad position now. मेट है, सीधा मेट हो रहा है. कुछ नहीं होगा. Idea rook into pawn and mate. Okay. So idea rook into pawn and then winning. No, 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 no. This should be correct way. So here, but instead of playing, he plays winning the game. So I leave this. One more. How many games left? So ये सब हम दोपहर को दिखाएगा. Afternoon I'll show all these things. My topic will be around middle game positions and paradox of end game with queen on the board. Queen on the board, some 7-8 positions I'll show in the afternoon 2:30. तब तक सबको मेरा नमस्कार. Take care. Bye. See you at 2:30.